Beautiful souls, hello and welcome back to Subconscious Food. Today we are talking about something I'm sure you have all thought about before, and it's why do we always want more? What is this obsession with wanting more? We're always wanting more money, more happiness, more joy, more laughter, more everything, more food sometimes. We always want more. But why? What is this need, this want to experience more? And when we think of gurus who can have no thing and nothing, and they're happy with that, what can we learn from them about more? And if they are meditating for longer periods of time, does that also mean that they are getting more out of that experience? All that and more coming up. If you're new to the channel, Subconscious Food gives you the tools, techniques and tips to empower you to live your most happy, fulfilled and abundant life. If you haven't already subscribed, I am so grateful for your support and your subscriptions. So do go ahead and click that subscribe button, hit that bell notification to get notified every time I post a new video. Let's get straight on to the video. On the board you can see a tree, and I love to use this example when I explain it to clients and even friends and family about consciousness. Every single thing that I'm aware of within Earth anyway, I'm not sure what it's like on different systems within different natures of reality, but here on Earth everything likes to evolve. It likes to expand its consciousness. It craves the expansion, and it goes through different cycles to be able to create that expansion. Most living things on Earth go through a cycle of birth and death all the time. So it's not necessarily that you are born, you come out your mummy's tummy, you're born and then you die on average 50 to 100 years later, but more that you are born and you die constantly. And I don't just mean in a baptism. Every single day in our body, cells die. Every single day in our body, we make new cells. Every single organ, therefore, changes in our body. Different periodic lengths of the time it takes to change, but things like our liver regenerates itself and creates new liver cells all the time. Our kidneys, our lungs, every single part of us is constantly responding to the signals, the energy that we're putting out there. And like this tree over here, it's actually an apple tree. So in order for it to feel completely fulfilled, it wants to grow some big, juicy, red apples. And once it's grown all of its big, red, juicy apples, and they've fallen off the tree, and hopefully someone's eaten it, or it's fallen back into the earth to regenerate and provide nutrients to the soil, this tree will start to die, and the leaves that the apples were once on will fall off, and that part of the tree will start to die, and it will start to rebirth itself and regenerate so it can create more and more. And that's much like ourselves. The reason why we're always striving for more, we're in this rat race to feel fulfilled, to feel like we're expanding, progressing, evolving, is because that is the true nature of our reality. So when we are feeling unfulfilled, it's not because the thing is doing something to us which is making us feel unfulfilled. It's because we need to understand that in that moment, for some reason, we feel as though we're not expanding at a fast enough rate. We want to feel like we've got big juicy red apples on us. We want to feel as though we've gotten to that point, that point in that cycle. But what we need to realize next is that as part of that cycle, some older parts that no longer serve us, like the leaves that once held those apples, they need to die so that you can be reborn again, so that you can birth a different part of your existence again. So it's okay for you to go through different cycles. It's okay for you to go from being a seed to then growing your roots, to then growing your apples, to then having perfectly ripe apples, to then dropping those apples, and then going back to being a seed. It's okay to go through that cycle. Just because you had those juicy, bright red apples ready, ripe, perfect, exactly what you intended the cycle to fulfill, it's okay to then go back to getting rid of what doesn't serve for this next cycle of your journey. And once we realize and become very aware that this all forms part of a cycle, much like a story has a beginning, a middle, and an end, we can start to become aware of the different parts of the cycle. There is a reason for every single part of the cycle. Without the seed getting its roots deep into the soil for nutrients and support, okay? If we relate this back to us as humans, without us doing our meditation practice, for example, or our chakra rebalancing, or our other powerful manifestation work, we will not be able to reap the rewards. We will not be able to get to that ripe apple stage. We need every part of this cycle to make the whole fulfillment process work. So the reason sometimes why you might not be feeling fulfilled all the time, so you've got to realize we're going through different cycles all the time, and there is a space and there is a point to every part of this cycle. When you become aware and present to the cycle and the different stages you're in, you can start to enjoy it and you can start to make the most of it. You can start to be very present to the moment and experience what you wish to experience now. Gratitude, happiness, joy, peace, bliss, big juicy red apples. You can experience that now, as opposed to having unconscious thoughts about being unfulfilled whilst you think and focus your energy on how you're not where you want to be, how you feel unfulfilled, how you're worrying about future timelines. That is causing you an overwhelming sense of anxiety. There's a rhythm and a rhyme to everything here on earth. It all has its purpose, it all has its meaning, it all has its design that's designed to work for you, for your highest good and your greatest joy. And that is why we always want more. It has been an honor and a pleasure to share this information with you. I'm so grateful for all of your support. So please do, if you haven't already subscribed, go ahead, click that subscribe button, turn on your bell notifications to be notified every time I post a new video. And until next time, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful souls, I love you so much. Namaste. Bye.